Hey guys, Frost here with my latest champion preview of Garen, the Might of Demacia. Before we go into that though, I want to just give you an update of what's coming in the patch. There's a couple new skins. Unfortunately there's no art available for them yet, but I'll tell you what they are anyway because it's going to make a couple of people happy. Sivir is going to be getting the Warrior Princess skin, which can only mean that she'll look like Xena, probably. And Gragas apparently is going scuba diving. But those are the only champions that don't have skins yet that will be getting new ones, and there actually are two other skins that are in this patch that should be available when it goes live, and that is the Little Red Riding Hood Annie and the Big Bad Warwick. Yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory. Another couple of cool things that happened this patch, Alistar and Fiddlesticks got nerfed a little bit, Nunu, Morgana, and Shen got buffed a little bit. No real overhauls for Katarina or Scion yet. They're coming, apparently. But another thing that they changed is all root effects now work differently. You can still attack while in a root, you just can't move, and you can't use abilities that would cause your feet to move, such as jumping, dashing, running, etc. But you can still use magic to get out of them, so Ezreal could blink while in a root, he'd just be rooted when he blinks afterwards. But you can't, for example, you can't use Leap Strike to get out, you can't use Rocket Jump, you can't use anything else that would cause you to physically have to move your feet. That no longer works. But, you know, obviously we got a new hero, so it should be pretty cool. Also some new items. I actually got both of them while I was playtesting, so you'll be able to see what they do. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Garen. Looks a little different than I was expecting anyway, because of the preview where he just had one shoulder pad, but apparently he's upgraded to 2 shoulder pads. And from the preview that from Riot, his abilities have changed a tiny bit. His passive still is the same. As long as he's not being attacked, has not taken damage in the last 6 seconds, he regains 0.6% of his HP every second that he doesn't take damage. So you can actually attack creeps and be in lane doing stuff. As long as they're not aggroed onto you, you'll still be regenerating health. His Q ability is called Decisive Strike. It makes him move a little bit faster for 2 seconds, and makes his next melee swing hit pretty hard, actually. I think at the max rank it's 120 extra damage, and it will silence the person that you hit for 2.5 seconds. His second ability, his W, is called Courage. Whenever you kill anything, it gives you a permanent magic resist and armor boost up to a certain point. And then when you activate it, it gives you like a mini shield wall, reducing the amount of damage you take for a couple of seconds. His E, which used to be called Keeping the Peace, which has been renamed to Judgment. I thought Keeping the Peace was a cool name, Judgment not so much. But he spins around in a circle, he does a lot of damage, it does half as much damage to minions, and it's affected by your critical strike chance, and while you're spinning you can't be slowed. So it's a pretty cool ability. And then his ultimate is it's called Demacian Justice. It does a base damage of a meager amount. I think it's like 150 or 200-ish at the first ring, and does extra damage for each point of health that your opponent's missing. So it's pretty good at killing people that are about 30% or less HP, more like around 25% HP. It will instantly kill them. Alright, so he's a pretty interesting champion. You can play him as a tank, you can play him as a DPS. All of his abilities do physical damage, so stacking armor penetration, critical strike chance is always very good. Some lifesteal is nice too. He doesn't really feel as tanky as he should be, or as he looks like he should be. he's actually pretty weak when it comes to taking damage if you don't get his courage ability. So if you're going for a very heavy DPS build with decisive strike and judgment, be sure to get a couple of health items or at least some defensive masteries to offset this. Because my PTR character is only level 5. I really didn't have very much choice. I'm pretty sure I went 401 just because. But here, yeah, you can see some of his skills, how he attacks, and see you did his changes. The self blood boil when you blood boil someone else is definitely pretty nice, and I'll let you enjoy this game. Alright, thanks for listening.